Hello, we have a game. And it is going to be, I believe, against orcs of some variety. Looks like regular orcs, probably. I think that's what I saw. Let me make sure my levels are alright. I was playing D&D last night, so... Oh, they've probably changed that. That's what it is. Let me get this audio sorted out, because it's probably pretty loud. Options, sound. They did an update, and I think it's changed things a little. So, yeah, they jammed the ambient up. I'm going to drop that down a bit. Cinematics. I don't know what cinematics is, per se, so we're going to drop that down as well a bit. And, yeah, hopefully that's alright. You guys can let me know if we get the balance right. I might change it a couple more times as we're playing. So let's see, we got 20k to spend. Let's have a quick look at the team. We've got one of the Black Orcs has block. And then, is that Mighty Blow? Brawler, okay. Interesting choice. Okay, so we've got a brawler and a block, and that's it. So that seems reasonable. We'll just take the cheerleader as normal. And off we go. Oh, I need to get this set. No. There we go. Alright, he's going on defense, I think. Interesting. Yeah, checking the levels. It's definitely louder than we've had it before, but hopefully not too bad. I like a little bit of ambience, honestly. But I don't want it to be sort of drowning us out, so I might drop it down just a touch more. Ambient. There we go. Alright. So we do have a thrower now. We'll see if that pans out. Which means it is time to start doing the fabled hide you good players routine. We knew it would come one day. We may as well try and avoid... I guess we'll try and avoid the troll altogether, eh? I mean, why get hit by him? We don't... Oh, we're on attack! Oh boy, okay. That was... that nearly went badly. I'm so used to going on defense. I still think we'll run this across the front. You know what, let's actually put our dodge catcher on the front and hope that we don't get blitzed. Boy, that was almost an embarrassing situation there. It just felt weird as I was setting it up. I was like, this doesn't feel how it should feel. We'll pop these guys here in case it's a blitz and the ball comes down the middle. Or a perfect defense. Gives us a little bit more chance. Well, I'm glad I caught myself there. High kick, we will put our... I should probably put a catcher underneath it. Because we'd have got the reroll there. I think, unless it doesn't do that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hit this side. Ball is relatively safe, so I don't mind doing this per se. Okay, about what we'd expect. You know, it might be kind of interesting to do like a going on both sides situation. That seems like a weird and fun way to do this. Get that dodge going. Not going to make a throw. What's his max range? Out to there. Okay, let's go with that. It's maybe a little bit deeper than I'd like, but we've got scoring options if we decide to go score. Honestly, he'll probably be fine. He'll probably be happy enough if we do score. Because that sets him up for the classic 2-1 grind, as they call it. Where, you know, we score fast, they score slow to get to 1-1, and then they just take up the entirety of their half, doing a slow push to win 2-1. It's kind of the classic bash team mentality. But there's an argument for scoring fast as well for us. You know, like, in terms of seeming like a good idea for us as well, in the sense that the longer we're out here, the less team we're likely to have to defend with. It's interesting, the footsteps are really quiet. I wonder what it would take to turn them up. Knocks down this lineman at his tongue. It's probably effects. Let's turn that back up a touch, although... yeah, that is giving me the... we'll have to see how that sounds on... It's kind of nice to hear the footsteps again. I had it down because, like, the Skaven pitch, that noise gets put in with this. Well, he's marked up pretty much our entire team. Except for this guy. Let's see. So we could dodge this guy off, blitz here. And if we manage a push or better, we've got a free run up there, but I don't know what our pass looks like here. Is it a 3+? Yeah, it's a 3+. With an intercept though, which isn't great. What are our other options? Is it the 3+ the other way as well? That's a 4+, which I like less. Now, if the dodge here is successful... okay, let's stand this guy up. I need one dodge to work. How... yeah, we need to reroll that. That's actually quite disappointing. So that's changed our plans quite a bit. That's another fail. Hey, how's it going, Sighting Rick? You are up late, it would seem to me. I'm making some horrible mistakes here. Yeah, definitely made a mistake here. Could have made that a blitz, come around here. That's maybe what I should have done. You can almost get across. I could have brought this guy over here and I wouldn't have had to make that dodge. Yeah, that's some bad play there. Let's get him in the vicinity in case this goes wrong. Sign have opened a can of worms. How have they? I am, as always, a little out of the loop. Very nice. So we could go for the 2+. It is a GFI at the end as well. That's not great, is it? Well, I'm using like all my time here as well. This is such a rookie way of playing here. I apologize. Yeah, I feel like going for this block doesn't feel very sensible. Failed to dodge. Oh, so yeah, I guess they've opened a can of worms because of the timing of it, right? Is that what you mean? Because I mean, I like it as a change. So I suppose I was kind of in there. Is it because they're doing it now and somebody said there was money on the line? I did not realize that they were offering a cash prize for the season. But somebody mentioned that there was some kind of cash prize for the end of season tournament, which I had missed. Post-season tournament. Are they running that? Because I suppose if they're running it, then that's definitely a can of worms. If somebody else is running it, then arguably... all we know is how to enter this 5k on the line. 5,000 prize, which they've essentially cheat people out of. Huh, interesting, interesting. Through cyanide. Okay, so they are running it. Yeah, that is a lot more dodgy then. I was going to say, if somebody else is... Because I know, like, the community was running their own ones. Or tried to run their own ones a little bit. Ooh, that's nice. Reroll and it fails, so this guy is stuck unless he wants to dodge out. I guess he can now come back out. Yeah, that's a sensible move. I really, my head wasn't in it last turn. I was like, well, we just need to score fast, whatever. And then I also made mistakes on top of that. Oh, is that an injury? Why did we not get a, do I need to check my settings? Maybe I do. Oh, it's KO. Why is there not a bell on top of it? This game is so confusing sometimes. If you're not, like, looking at the screen the entire time, it's so easy to miss stuff. Sometimes even if you are looking at the screen the whole time. So is he going to take the risk of dodging this guy off? No, he's just going to make the block. That's nice. Top 2 led to make the double elim finals, and then 3 out of 28 as well as the next 2 of each race make a play. And alongside 2 entrants from an F1E for the last 14. Oh, that sounds... I'll be honest, that sounds kind of confusing. Alright, let me have a quick think here. You're out of range. Kind of need to pick this up and try and make it safe. It is confusing. Hang on, let me see what I'm doing here. I'd like to kind of make a cage up in the corner here, which isn't going to be easy. But that doesn't mean it's going to be impossible. I think we're going to put him in there just as a safety blanket. Could do this. It's a dodge. I feel like the dodges are going to fail. I think we have to take a couple of hits here as well on players that I would not normally want to get up. Let's try and get this guy up here. Okay, that dodge worked. So I suppose we do this. A knockdown would be great. A push is not so great. But it might allow us to somewhat salvage the half. If we can work out a way to make this a little bit safer. In here seems like a good plan. Then we get this guy to help block this. I don't know how safe this is yet. It's not safe. Okay. But that is definitely safer. Hang on. 1, 4, 5, 6. How about here? And then we 2 dice this. Have to stay, unfortunately. So our front entrance is not great. Unless we can get this dodge off. Actually, even if we had failed there... No, it still wouldn't have been great. Do we have anybody left behind? We don't. So we've kind of re-secured the ball a little bit here. Go on. Nice work. And we should probably try and get this guy back involved. And then we'll call it a day. Man, I've used it so much time. Oh dear, that's not great. Didn't seem to kill himself though, so that's a positive. Okay. 5,000 was to tempt people back, yeah. I mean, that's some serious money in fairness. It's not worked. They won't be offering cash every season. They'd get bankrupt. It's confusing. They changed the Apo display on KOs because of the plague doctor. Oh. Ended up flipping if you use the Apo or not on KOs versus KOs, which is really silly. I feel like there's some really simple things they could have done that they haven't. Yeah, I feel like they've gone out of their way to change things from Blood Bowl 2, and some of the stuff from Blood Bowl 2 was good. I mean, I know there was problems with Blood Bowl 2, but I think the way to... Yeah. Yeah, it feels like they've done the thing of saying, we want to make a new game regardless, and we're going to change a lot of it so it feels like, I don't know, so people feel like it's a new game, regardless of whether that makes it a better game or not. We're just going to make it a new feeling game. And that means that they've often done stuff that does not actually help out. So we're going to try and re-cage or re-screen down here, I think. So because of safety reasons, I think we're going to try and use this guy for... Oh, it's not super safe though. We'd be probably better off coming down here and then running a blitzer back to try and blitz it. In fact, is there any reason not to go another one? Not really. So let's do that. Which one do we want to use? Probably this one, because that one is at least tying a guy up. Oh, that's a rush. So how about we come in from this... What? Oh, this is a Black Orc? And they don't look like Black Orcs anymore. Alright, so more dodging. Okay, that one went well. Okay. Okay, that's really nice. I think I'm going to attach him to this guy. Stay where we're at. And under the circumstances, let's try and knock over more orcs. Gives us a chance to actually do something next turn. Lovely. We'll attach you to this guy and stay. They do kind of look more Black Orcish from the front, but this guy side on did not look like what I imagined. We should dodge this guy before he's off the field. You can drop to there. Nice. You drop to there. And we'll say that was a lucky turn. Agreed. Oh, let me scroll back. Oh, hey, Philby. Passing on viewers that Draft kindly bought me. Oh, Philby, thanks for the raid. Sorry, I was concentrating on getting out of dodge there. We were just talking about Blood Bowl 3 and the ongoing excitement with that, but thanks much for the raid. Have a good evening. Let's see. Chunk of that is due to the fact that the engine Blood Bowl 3 is super weird. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what makes some of the pitches troublesome, right? Like, I love the look of some of the pitches. I meant to change this to the elf pitch that I just got. Hey, enjoy, J-Leaf. I was just playing board games earlier, by the way. We played, what did we play? We played Everdell. Don't know if you tried that one. But Everdell is a nice, fun, a relatively gentle board game. Yeah, you know. But yeah, a fun one nonetheless. Little woodland creatures. But have a good evening. 2 shows... Hang on, you said press 2? Z, press Z, sorry. Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. I'm thinking if I like this. Okay, so you can do... That's just your players. That's everybody's players. No, you can do just yours, just theirs, both teams, or none. Huh. I'm gonna have a think about that, because that might save putting the interface on when you're using different teams. Alright. Where are we at? Turn 5. So things are not in the best of situations here, but we're pro-elves. Maybe we can pro-elf this back into a decent position. I don't like the... I feel like our opponent is outplaying us here, and it's... I'm playing a bit lackadaisically. There's arguably a path up the sideline, but we'd... No, there's not really, because this guy... If this guy was already standing up, we could blitz through and maybe re-form up here, but under the circumstances, I don't see that. We could try and come across this way. Maybe let's try and do a big old switch. Do we have anybody to blitz this switch with, though? Not really, actually. Not without a dodge. But it might still be worth the attempt. Or it might lose us a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 1 down. Oh, we do have this guy. Could just do this, I suppose. And then, oh, I'd need somebody on here. You're quite far away from that. Kind of wish I'd put this guy here now and I could have used this blitz. Do we just... We could just 1-dice it as well. We do have block. Is there anything I should have done first? I don't think so. A push isn't great. Push is not great at all. I think you need to come back. But there could be some use to the... No, there's probably not. Man, they've got reasonable movement. That's annoying. Let's get this guy back somewhat in range. Seeing as the Orc's going to be able to tag him anyway. You are there. You're stuck as well. I feel like getting this guy out would be a more important situation. Yeah, that's what I figured. Let's see. Cyanide claim they have data on why they made the change. They can slant that data to... Yeah, I mean... Here's my thing. I agree with... I think I agree with the change overall. Because I suppose you could argue that the data is maybe showing that people are just using their ability to play more games than other people to get an unfair advantage by just grinding random skills. And you could also say, well, they've earned that, but at some point you probably haven't so much earned it as just... I mean, what would your answer... That would be my question. What would be your answer to the claim that it skews the that it favors people that have the time to grind and that they can get a unfair advantage, aside from what it does to various different teams. Because I imagine it does make it worse for certain teams and better for other teams, but a lot of the changes do that kind of thing, right? In some way or another. That's unfortunate. So yeah, I'm curious what you would... Oh, that's interesting. Where's he gonna go? I thought he might put the orc on top of this guy so that we'd have to run backwards. I suppose if our thrower unconscious though, our ability to get the ball to this guy is actually not the best. Oh, he got the pair. Okay, now we're in trouble. Is he going to carry on to the ball is the question. We've got a lot of unconscious players here. Yeah, that would be my curiosity. Now, I do think it should the kind of thing that should be done in between seasons, because we've got, what, we've only got like a month till the end of the season. Let's see. Oof. Okay, I think we need to bring this guy back. That's not great, is it? Maybe this first? Okay, that's something that's worked well. We've got a dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. So I think doing this, I think safety first is the play here. Hey, Benbow! Ooh, that's horrific. That's not a lot better. Okay, in the interests of safety first, let's see if we can get this guy back. We can. This guy's just going to be happy to sit on our guy, so let's try and get him back involved as well. Okay, we did. We're rolling those 3+s sometimes, which is great, but we're out of rerolls now. Hey, it's Brewer as well. May have missed the first bit of conversation, but change really shouldn't be made mid-season. Yeah, I don't... Mid-season change to a 5k prompt. Yeah, that is definitely a problem. Is the change itself bad? Oh, this change does not do that. So that's one question that I was curious about. In tabletop, is that not a thing? I presume in tabletop you're able to get you get the half price ongoing cost. Is that what you're saying? Because I only really play online, so I'm always out of the loop on that. This doesn't look great, does it? But I'm kind of at the point where if we can stop them scoring, I'll be happy, and then we can just try and defend, see what we can do. I was kind of hoping that catcher was going to stay up. This guy's probably... no, what's he going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe come here? That would make sense to me. He's going to want somebody on the ball. Bump TV on the fly. We built those teams for a reason. Yeah. No, I think I didn't... I'll be honest. I hadn't caught up with the fact that they were running the end of season thing for money. I'm not... I don't play enough games to even worry about that. Okay, so we've got like essentially a 3+ pickup here. I think we're going to be doing a lot of standing up. which is okay, I suppose. I don't see a great blitz here. I mean, I'm kind of thinking this. But to what end, I haven't really worked out yet, and I probably would rather dodge this guy off first. Which I also don't want to do until I know what happens here. Oh, this is one of those difficult ordering things. Okay, we picked up the ball, so that's an interesting situation. We didn't use dodge, so I guess we do this. Okay. I think there's an argument for leaving this guy down. We try and get this guy across, because the more of his guys that we can tie up here, the less... Nice. Good. Let's see. We'll push. You here and follow. Hey, we've got an armor break, which lets us do a 2 dice back here. Okay, this is better. Stay or follow, stay or follow. I think we stay to get more in this guy's way. Oh, double armor breaks. We are kicking these guys' butts. Let's have a scoring threat just in case. Man, I've used so much time. We've got a thrower here as well. Like, if we could hand off to the thrower... I shouldn't have said it. I think I have to take the badly hurt. We're in the team building phase, and I haven't really adapted to that for Blood Bowl 3. I'm kind of still in Blood Bowl 2, you must win every game mentality, but... Oh, we had a guy back here that I didn't even notice. We'll take the badly hurt, though, because we want to get our team up into position. Sorry, I'm going to run back the chat here a bit. Random skills is the only thing that adds variety as a skill trace since Blood Bowl 2020. Introduce the ability to pick every skill you get. It's too much to spin unless I sack people, and it just happened overnight with no warning. Oh. So this is a question. Did we get pushed? We did get pushed. Nice. So let's go here. Because then that ties this guy up, which he doesn't want. So here's my question. It seems to me that probably the change was... Oh, so he got rerolls? He doesn't have rerolls. Okay. So we're in one of those... Hang on, did he kill that guy? No, he's still there. We're in one of those horrible situations where theoretically we could score, but we'd have to risk... So we could do that, and then throw it, and then risk the interception and the counter score. Hang on, does he have a counter score? He kind of does. We could mark it. That guy could score as well, but he's a Black Orc, so we could mark that as well. I think we go for it, despite how bad it is. Yeah, I didn't realize he had used all his rerolls. I've been sort of half paying attention. So let's double mark this guy, so that it's awkward for him to score. And then this is I'm going to keep calling him a Black Orc. Sorry, I'll get to my question in a minute. I just have to work out what I'm doing here. We're going to run out of time again. So do we try and hand off to this terrible handoff here, or do we hand off to this guy Oh, he's got no... Yeah, he does have a route, but he'd have to blitz, which does not work. I could blitz here, hand off to this guy. This guy runs up and throws. That feels like a lot better of an idea. Okay, that's a great start. Let's put you here, I guess. Follow. Maybe we stay in the location to try and protect if we drop the handoff. Is that doing it as a handoff, not a pass? Yes. Come on, elves, you can do this. Oh, man, it's a 5+ pass. I wish this was my throw. I don't think we can get better than that though, right? Oh, we can. It's a 4+ from there. Okay. It feels like I should have been able to get it from one back, but I'm not going to question. So 2+, 2+, 4+, 3+. Dodge off and in. That's probably... Or we could dodge him off, put him in the end zone, have a 6+, 2+. One square right, but I can't go there because then I'd be in base contact. Oh, you mean I could do it from here? Well, let's see. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that is more sensible. Because it's still an intercept chance, so yeah, I didn't... Thanks for that. For some reason it felt like I would get it from there as well. Oh my. Oh, that's totally undeserved. I haven't got used to how the pitches look. I used to kind of be able to tell what a 2+ pass was on Blood Bowl 2. It just looks weird on Blood Bowl 3. Yeah, this may be the most undeserved touchdown in the history of Blood Bowl. I did not play well that half. I'm very distracted today. Let's see. Debate on my stream this morning with a game should allow members of their player base community VIP should be involved in shaping the game. Because despite speaking for player base, they'll always have their own interests at heart. Thanks for the reminder, Benbow, by the way. I don't know if I probably wouldn't have scored had I have not gone back to sort that out, so I do thank you for that. Maybe I'd have fiddled around with it a bit more to work out why it wasn't making sense. You can tell how distracted I am today for some reason by the fact that I almost set up on defense on attack. I just realized at the last second that his players were already on the field. I think this works. Cyanide should stick to... How's it going, Oaksy? Cyanide should stick to mirroring the most recent rulebook. Yeah, they should. If they don't start implementing... And it's not Blood Bowl. It's a tricky one, isn't it? So, here's my guess. And I didn't get as far as I meant to. But here's my guess. My guess is that implementing this rule because of the... not Eternal format, but essentially Eternal format, right? And that people can do the grind. Would they be better off running shorter seasons? Or having teams play a max number of games, like you would, because Blood Bowl is not meant for like 50 games, right? Or it's not sort of balanced at that point. So, yeah, I don't know how the redraft works, but if that would help, then yes. I know I've gone about this, but I really only play online. But I have heard that redraft is a thing, and people have said it should be in the game. But yeah, either that, or yeah, I kind of wonder if a shorter season where you could play a team up to, I don't know, what's reasonable, like 20 games or something? So you can play a team for 20 games, and then they're considered done for the ladder. And you can play more teams if you want, so you can grind on multiple teams, but you can't grind on the same team. Maybe that would help it, but I don't know if they want to put the effort into that. I mean, they don't, I guess. They swerved it for no reason. Said in the roadmap and during the beta we would get a full tabletop rule set. Well, is that still a possibility for the private leagues when they finally make it that you can play in private leagues? If they put in all the options for private leagues, then I guess essentially that would offer the tabletop rule set. Short seasons redraft after between 12-15 games and ladder. Yeah, I actually think I would like that, because... And obviously I can't say for everybody, but I think a decent amount of people would like that. Archaeo stayed out. I feel like I miss when they had the little symbols over their heads as well. They've taken out so much that is useful to see. Not with all the concedes. That is an interesting point. What is the answer to concedes? I don't have one off the top of my head. I guess the question now is, can we hold on for a 1-1? I mean, I don't want to be pessimistic. But how fast are they going to try and score here? And how much damage are they going to do on the way down? And will that allow us enough, a short enough time to be able to hold on to the ball and get a 1-1, or sneak a 2-1. They might not want to score fast in case we go for the quick score. We do have a good team for quick scoring, but it might depend on how much damage they do. They bring... Oh, sorry, I should have... No, they haven't set up yet. I thought they had. They bring in league tools, they'll have to include redraft. But yeah, that's my thing. I mean, maybe they will still hold true to their promise of offering a full tabletop experience, and they'll do that by having all of those options available for when you set up a private league. Which could mean... I mean, it'll be interesting to see if... I know ladder is always going to be a thing because it's easy to play. Did the weather change? Sweltering heat, it did. Okay. But maybe private leagues will take off even more. I know they're already popular in Blood Bowl 2, but I wonder if they'll increase in popularity if the ladder just becomes sort of a disaster. I mean, right now it's the only way you can really reliably play, right? Because of how messed up the... I guess we'll go here. At the very least, some bonus SBP, extra MVP, and maybe awarding TD to the guy holding the ball. At least you could skill up some players when people concede. Yeah, okay, so you're kind of... You're talking about how if somebody if you get too many concedes against you, the rewards at the moment are not enough to make that a viable game for you. So it'll count against your games played, but you won't reap the benefits of having played full games. That is fair. I felt like the old system did reward you a little bit better. It wasn't perfect, but all the extra money you got was great. And like I honestly felt like a lot of the time when you'd get conceded against, you'd end up in a decent position comparatively. Blitz. But now it feels like you get very little out of it. Yeah, Blood Bowl 2. Sorry. Come on, little dodger. Nice. I'm just really trying to keep him at bay as best I can. There's no real dodge out for you, so you guys can stay where you are. Yeah, used to get double MVP and the and like twice as much winnings, which really set you up pretty well. It was like the concede was annoying because you like to play a full game, but the fact that your team wasn't taking any damage and that you could advance them a lot faster in terms of buying players, and that double MVPs can actually sometimes is better than what you get out of playing a full match. Experience-wise, felt like it was kind of okay, but or at least better. Now it's like, oh, I get 4 XP and a bunch of money when money isn't even as tight as it used to be. Feels not as exciting. Yeah. Simon told me on Discord, League tools are ready and can be added at any time. So where are they? Well, that's the question. That is the question. Tabletop 2020 concession rules also mean there's a high chance skilled players leave your team on concessions. Oh, that would be interesting. That would, yeah, I think like more punishment could be a valid way. Let's follow that one. Yeah, we have block. Alright, he's going pretty slow, which is promising for a 1-1. Oh, maybe I should have picked these guys up, actually. And given them a little bit of something to think about back here. You're now worried that someone will make a chalice-style tournament of their own and nobody will play the official ladder. Yeah, I mean... It's sad that the solution to that is just to not bring them in rather than to make your own tournament better. But that does seem to be the way they're going. You know, if you're worried about that, then you know, arguably, at some level, you know that what you're doing could be better. Surely, the easy solution to that is to look at what the community is asking for and provide it as competition, right? So it's mind-boggling why that's not the chosen path. But honestly, they're not the only company that does that, in fairness. I mean, not in fairness to them. I don't know really what it's in fairness to. But the sad thing is they're definitely not the only company that does that. Alright, what have we got going on here? I hate all these black orcs and their high strength. And they're not even black orcs. So let's get you around to here. Get you up. Drop this in. Disappointingly. We'll put you straight back because then you can't get as far around. You come back. Maybe we should have just left him in contact. He could only hit one of them anyway. You get to here. You maybe come in here. Nice. From what I can tell, they should have just asked Fumble to do it. Yeah, It still confuses me. I mean, one thing I will say I get is that getting opinions from a community is tricky, right? Because everybody's opinion is ever so slightly different. And I will say, in fairness, just trying to please everybody is impossible. That said, I mean, there's people out there. I know Andy Davo recently did a a survey of what do people most want. Like, there's people conducting surveys that give you the overall impression of what most of the community wants, and that would seem like the logical thing to go after. In terms of how you do it. So I think people are doing the work for them, and they could relatively easily focus based on those things. So it's always weird that they seem to have their own opinion of what's good and what the community wants, and stick to it even when the community is giving them pretty clear impressions that that's not what they want. It's always a weird thing. Should community members top players speak for the player base? They don't speak for me. Yeah, I don't think that's the case in this situation. I would argue that in this case, it's more like I was saying with Andy Davo's survey, right? Like, he's doing a survey of not just the top players, but the community in general. So to me, that seems like a fairly straightforward sorry, I'm just having a quick think here. Suppose we could try and break into the cage here, but it's going to require a couple of dodges, so I'm going to have to stand a couple of guys up, which might, and if this doesn't go right, it might involve us struggling out a bit here. Let's put you around here. Okay. Dodging has been going well this half, although that's not as good. But I suppose we can still get in there and base him up. Let's get the old elf pressure coming in. Let's see. On the flip side, take EA, they don't care what the community thinks, don't care about taking money every year for the same game. Yeah. Yeah, the no admin tools is their... That's not great. I assume we're going to get fouled now, but I mean, that was kind of the assumption anyway. Let's drop back to... here. Yeah, it's that classic thing of, like, hey, look at what we're giving you. Do you remember, did you guys watch the, that pretty disastrous sort of PR attempt where they took questions from the community and kind of ignored all the questions that people were answering and just answered questions that were things they wanted to talk about anyway? It was very politics feeling. Is that a KO again? It is, so we will let that go. That was a classic example of just ignoring ignoring the community and just really trying to sort of just say, hey guys, this is great, regardless of what you think. This is great, and here's what we're bringing you. Totally ignoring all the questions. It was quite mind-bogglingly painful. Yeah, it's definitely been a series of problems. I don't think it's unfair to say that had this been a game that didn't have a community based on... that wanted a way to play online, like if this was just a fresh game, it would have died. The only reason it's remotely alive is because of its heritage, right? And that they know that the community is desperate to play this game because it's their only way they can do it. You know, even Necromunda, which I was incidentally extremely excited for, because I love tabletop Necromunda, that game died really fast. because I don't know if any of you played it, but it was a Blood Bowl-esque disaster of a game. And it died because the community isn't quite as strong as it is for Blood Bowl. Which kind of sucked because I loved it as a game. I love the tabletop game. The game that they brought out was pretty painful to play, but and not really like the tabletop game. But it was kind of a. I thought I came in from this angle. Yeah. Yeah, you remember that chat? It was one of the I mean it was kind of funny. It was painfully funny. Never felt that anyone in Cyanide really understands blood, but I think that is the problem, yeah. I feel like there's probably a couple of them in there that do, but they're not the people that make any decisions. There's probably a few people trapped in there who absolutely love the game, and this is torture for them because they've poured their heart into making the stuff that actually is in here that is cool. But they're like, you know, designers, or they are, you know, what would you call it? The word's escaping me, but essentially consultant, like they might be consultants on the design, you know, how to adapt it and whatnot, but all of their ideas are being ignored. Oh, that's a cruel pair. We've actually not done horrifically on casualties yet. But yeah, I think the vast majority. I guess this guy's getting fouled. I want to dive in here, but I fear that if I do, there will be consequences, and the consequences will be pain. I think we've got to save our rerolls for the one turn? It's a bit optimistic to assume I'm going to have enough people to do that. I think they wanted to make a game for casual console players, not Blood Bowl players. Yeah, they definitely were trying to... I mean, if nothing else, they were trying to set up the, like the profit scheme, like other modern games, right? Even if they weren't trying to make the game, per se, like the same style of game. It's still not cross-play. That bugs me. It totally... It should have come in cross-platform. Did Blood Bowl 2 ever go cross-platform? I can't remember. I don't think it did, right? And wasn't cross-platform one of the other things that they originally said was going to happen? It didn't, okay. That was sad, because I had friends that only have console, and we would have set up leagues had we been able to. And for all the games that you can do cross-console... Oh, here's our chance. Yeah, for all the... Okay, can we actually make something happen here? It's 2 dice against, which I don't like. But I like the idea of bobbling the ball to somewhere better. It's going to be 2 dice against whatever, and the plus side. Okay, it was one of the selling points, that's what I thought. Do I save this for the one turn? I mean, the one turn's not looking great. 4-1, hang on. 3 players definitely out. 3 players maybe out. Thrower gone. Oh, why is that always the way? Is that honestly better? Probably not. Do I actually need to do that? Or could I just do that? Yeah. But like, I mean, I know they're a big company, but like, you can play Overwatch cross-platform, and that's a disaster because you're playing with PC players. This is one of the games where cross-platform would actually be not even a noticeable problem in terms of matching up. This is probably one of the few games out there where you don't get any advantage from playing on PC, apart from it being a bit smoother across the screen to move the mouse. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like you've already made it for console, so it's not a problem of making the games. There are definitely, it's become more and more of a thing to make cross-platform games. Was he trying to do something with the ogre there? He's probably just trying to get extra assists. Yeah, he's trying to kill our catcher, which is sensible. I mean, arguably this is a bit risky. It's not that risky, is it? It's 3 dice. Oh, it's turn 16 though. I don't think on turn 16 I would do it. I mean, they did promise it though early on, right? So that was definitely another dodgy promise if that was the case. Okay, so we've got, oh dear, sweltering heat as well. Oh, we've got 4 players. Oh, and all of our positionals are out. It's not looking great for the one turn, but I suppose. Oh, I forgot we had. I forgot this whole game that we've got a loner. That's both embarrassing and lucky. Dear me. I suppose we put this guy over here to give ourselves. I mean, there's no way we're scoring, but you gotta believe. Cheering fans. Ooh. Somebody gets -1 movement. It's one of his guys. That is not going to make all the difference. So let's try and get an SPP on somebody. I guess we'll try and get it on Love in the Mist. Yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a whimper of a... oh dear. These guys' inability to pass. I still haven't got used to how bad everybody is at passing on this game. It really does hurt elves. I think it hurts elves more than a lot of other teams. I don't know if that's true, but it feels like it does. You have to remember that despite how much I love Blood, what's a small game. To me, that is lack of foresight, though. That's lack of ambition on their part. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. Oh, wow, we've got 15 SPP on this lineman. Butter and eggs. How much did he get this game? apparently he's stealing all our MVPs, and he got a touchdown. Wow. I guess he was the MVP in fairness. But yeah, it feels like just such a lack of... Hey, we went up, because he was higher. Ooh, he was almost at diamond, but that didn't damage him too much. Yeah, I mean, it could be in such a better place, right? Oh, what does that mean? That means you have to level up now? We've got too much treasury. Oh, so if you've got 100k or more, wow, that is... Oh, that's a big change. Okay, so we need to spend some money. Which is fine, because I was going to spend some money. On... You're just a miss next game, right? Pretty sure he is. Yeah, just miss next game, so he's fine. We're gonna get are we gonna get another catcher, or do we just get another lineman? I mean, catchers are better, right? But I'm trying to keep my TV down a little bit. Let's just hire another lineman for the moment. Let's keep it cheap. I love catches, but I also realize that my teams spiral out of control really fast. Alright, so we are now able to play our next game. Is this just showing you that it's available? I guess so. Because, well, yes, because he's... Okay, so yeah, it's just saying, hey, you could level up, I think. It's not saying you must level up. Yeah, I mean, they probably don't remember it exists. That's fair. So he is missed next game. 15. So if we spent 6 on the first one, 8 on the second one, that's 14. We can get him, I think, what he needs, which is to be sneaky. Unless I'm misremembering how much the skills cost. And dirty. Excellent. Yeah, I could... I brought the thrower in for the reroll. We just need to actually get him through a game or two so that he can level up. I thought about getting the extra reroll, but I think I'm just going to do it through leader. Because the Pro Elf thrower is so good, he's going to go leader. I forget what I decided I was going to do. Leader, probably block, probably dodge, if I remember, was my plan. Maybe dodge first, honestly. Probably dodge first. After leader. So I don't think there's any other throwing skills. I mean, sure, hands isn't a bad idea, per se, but I think I'm going to take it later on. Because we're elves, we should pick it up. Sometimes. So yeah, we now have our fouling guy, but he won't be here next match, which is sad. And I'm not going to do random level ups, because the benefits now are only that it's faster. And that's the thing, that's going back to our original conversation. Outside of, you know, like the moral situation, I did kind of like the fact that the random skills were half cost, but I do think if you're going to do that, you need to bring in something to... Yeah, I think you have to have that limiting factor. I do agree that in an Eternal League, the random skills were dodgy because of the ability to grind, but I think they should have waited till the end of the season, and I honestly think they should just change the season format in either with the shorter seasons or the other thing that you were talking about that I haven't fully looked into. The redraft, which I should probably read up on that at some point. But yeah, it's interesting. On the plus side, that's I think that's 3 wins in a draw now. 3-1-0. Yeah, the sad thing is I wanted to do like a chaos team and just do all random for funsies, and you can still do that, but now it's very detrimental, whereas before it would have only been semi-detrimental because you'd have, I mean, not exactly, but kind of a 2 skills for 1 situation cost-wise, which would sort of make up for the fact that half the skills were terrible, right? So it felt like it was a more fun thing. Like I was probably going to go mutation first, regular next, strength next, random on everybody, and that would be super fun. So yeah, that's my main thing. I probably, if I do that, it's going to be a painful grind rather than, oh, well, it's kind of okay because it's not as expensive at least. But hey, that's not necessarily going to stop me from doing it because I do like the idea of it. We'll have to see. I suppose at least you'll level up faster, so it'll be it'll still be fun in that sense, in the sense that you skill your guys up pretty quick. But yeah. Alrighty. I'm getting to the waffly stage now, so I think I'm gonna head on out. Good evening. And sleep. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for hanging out. Coming over from oh boy, who raided? I can scroll up and see. I was in the middle of doing stuff, so I got Philby. Yes, thanks for the raid, Philby. I think he popped out pretty early on after that. It sounded like he was doing like me, and after a stream you have to go and relax. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. And I guess we had the traditional Blood Bowl 3 bashing conversation, but you got to do that sometimes. I'm sorry that wasn't a much better game, but obviously I was a bit distracted. Even before we were talking about that, I don't know, my brain's just off in the clouds, so I'm really happy to salvage a draw out of that. But have a good evening, everybody. Hopefully I'll catch you next time, and we'll see if we can play a little bit better, a little bit tighter. Definitely lucked out on the 1-1 there. But yeah, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye for now.